Last night saw the return of the annual Media Cup basketball game to the Carrier Dome the first time in 2 years. The game is between the sports staffs of WAER and the Daily Orange. CitrusTV reporter Peter Elliott is live outside the Carrier Dome with more. Peter, what can you tell us about last night's game?
Oscar, good evening. The Carrier Dome is a venue reserved for games between some of the best student athletes in the country, in football, in basketball, and in lacrosse. But last night, it was a venue reserved for a game between some of the best student journalists in the country.
Dominate on me, dominate on three. 1, 2, 3, dominate! Let's go!
Journalists wearing jerseys. The writers, reporters, and broadcasters who cover SU athletics getting a chance to step out from behind their computers and microphones and into the spotlight. The Media Cup is an annual basketball game between the sports staffs of WAER and the Daily Orange, a friendly contest that pits two neighboring journalistic institutions against each other.
It was really cool. I've seen it for the last few years. I've never been a part of it. Really cool to be a part of it.
Tuesday night's game was a celebrated return to the Dome after COVID forced last year's game to be played at a nearby park. The Loud House, it wasn't, but the lack of fans didn't mean the game was any less intense than an ACC contest. The WAER squad had extra motivation to come out on top. They were eager to snap the DO's 4-year winning streak. The radio station seniors, like Chris Carrypell, didn't want to graduate without claiming the cup.
It means a lot for the station. We had a lot of chatter from the DO the last few years. A couple quotes, a lot of bulletin board material. Happy to be back in the win column.
The two teams, hitting shots like they hit deadlines, went down to the wire. WAER led for much of the first half, but the ink-slinging Daily Orange squad wouldn't go away. But in the end, it was WAER's shooting, physicality, and unorthodox footwear that led them to a 58-46 victory. The next morning, WAER celebrating in a way only they could.
Chris, the long wait is over.
Over the airwaves.
WAER took down the Daily Orange 58-46 inside the Dome. Senior captain Jared May.
The Media Cup has been an annual tradition between WAER and the Daily Orange since the 1980s, when it started as a football game. Now, decades later, it remains an event circled on the calendars of student journalists here at SU. A time for the press to play. Reporting live outside the Carrier Dome, I'm Peter Elliott, CitrusTV News.